Hello, scale model builders. Alrighty. So, if you notice the bottom here, yes, we do have the box for month 12 of the X-Wing build. And here we have issue 45. So, assembling the engine, creating a Starship Fleet TIE Advanced X-1, Darth Vader's personal TIE Fighter. And then you can see a little bit of that artwork on the back. Okay. So, it's probably going to be a little bit of a long build here because we're going to be putting the two halves of the wing together today. So, alright. Got that right there. Okay, now it's time to take the parts out of the baggie. Alright. So that, and we got 4 lots of screws. We got XW04 screws, 05 screws, 02 screws, which there's a heck of a lot more of those, and then XW03 screws. So there's all the framework. Okay, and this piece of pipework was attached to some tape right there. And then we got some of the dreaded pipework for the engine. And we got the wire extension for the third cannon there. Alright, and that bag's empty. Okay, so lower starboard wing mounts. This issue's components include 3 additional frames for the lower starboard wing, plus extra details for the engine. You also have a cable that will be used to power the laser cannon's internal light, plus 4 sorts of screws to hold the parts together. Alright, so first things first is we are going to be putting this wing together. Alright, so and apparently there's nothing to snap into place this time around. Oh, you know what? It's okay, there we go. There we go. See, I just didn't have it in all the way. Alright. So there we go for that. Alright. Okay. So first thing we do is we use XW02 screws for the holes just to keep that section of wing fixed in place before we start doing any of the framework. Alright. Come on. There. Okay, and put the... Oh, I thought I cut a hole in the bottom of the bag there. Guess I didn't. Alright, those are out. Alright, so I'll grab my screwdriver. Oh, okay, that is the right one. I thought I had a different screwdriver adapter in there. Alright, so we got 5 spots before the framework to get these XW02 screws in. So you got 2 here and you got 3 there. Alright. Now I am not going to be putting these in all the way until I get the last screw in. So, no. Put the next one right in there. I'll get this one up here. And now for the last one. So right here. Alright. And that is sitting flat. Alright, now I can go back and tighten the rest of them down all the way. Okay. Go for that one. And that one. All nice and tight. There we go. Alright, now we're going to start putting some of the framework in, which on the magazine that will be step 5. Alright, so this piece of framework goes down in there like that. And flip the page. Okay, so before we start screwing stuff down, apparently it wants us to put all the framework in. Alright, well, this framework goes right up here. Like that. And then okay, and then this one goes on here. Like that. Alright. Okay, so first thing it wants us to do is put 2 XW02 screws into these holes right here. I might have better luck doing it like this, so that way my left hand isn't getting in the way of my right hand. There's the second screw. Okay, that's in tight. Alright. And then it wants us to take some more of these XW02s and put them into these 2 holes right here. Alright. And then it apparently wants us to put 4 more in. So now we have to put them into these 4 holes as well. So there we go. There's 1. There's number 2. There's the 3rd one right there. And then the last one going in right here. And that's tight. Okay. Alright. And now it wants us to open up the 04 screws. And I definitely did cut into this baggie. Alright, just get those screws out. That is now empty. Okay. These are going to be going into these 2 holes right up here. Alright, and the 2nd screw. Alright, that should be all set right there. Okay. And okay, now it wants more of the 04 screws. Okay, so in these 3 holes at the top, we put in the 04s. Come on, line up, line up. There we go. That screw doesn't seem to be in all the way, now that I'm looking at it. Seemed like it was in all the way. Alright, that's in. Okay. Alright, now that one looks like it's more in than it was before. I'm not going to mess around with that one. Don't need to be stripping anything. Okay, so we got 104 screw left over. Alright, and now we go into the 03 screws. Ooh, hello. Cut right into the baggie on that one. Alright. Well, hopefully it's just those... Okay, so apparently there's 5 screws there. Okay. I almost missed seeing that one. Alright. Alright, so I'm putting 03 screw here and here. Alright, there we go for that. Alright, time to turn the page. Alright, and alright, getting some 03 screws in those 2 spots. Alright, and that's all in. Okay. So after that, with our 103 left over, which I might want to pop that into the box of tricks right there. And now we go into the 05 bag, which it's funny. I have 2 02 screws left over. Usually I only have 1 of those left over. Alright, got all those out. Alright, now all of these 05 screws should be going into the remaining holes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws right in there. And for this one, I'm gonna have to push that down. While I'm screwing it, so that way it actually goes in flat there. So, well, I am not going to start off with that one. I will start off with this one right here. That one's all the way in. That one's all the way in. Here's the third one. There. And we're going to take care of this the last one right here. Alright, that's in all the way. Looks pretty flat. Alright. So let's this was I think I'm screwing them up, but whatever. I can always check back on it later. Alright. Alright, now we're just taking care of the wiring. Alright, come on, come on. There we go. Alright, and what I normally end up doing is I try and straighten the wiring out so that way it'll sit inside just a little bit easier. But sometimes it doesn't like to cooperate, even when you do this. This is just for my own personal benefit. So, alright, yeah, so the numbered end, that's going to be coming out of this side of the wing. So, there we go with that. So the female connector is just going to be pushed right down in here for now. And I want to put that up a little bit further. So I can get wiring. This is going to be the opposite direction from the other wiring that we've done for the wings. Now that they're facing the opposite side. Alright, and then just trying to guide it through the pin right there. Of course, you know, now this stuff isn't going to want to sit in place because apparently there's more space in between these spots that are supposed to be holding these wires in place than there normally is. Alright. So that might or might not stay properly. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. It's supposed to go behind there. It doesn't want to cooperate. Because there's a post. There's a couple posts here that this wire is supposed to go behind. And help keep it in place. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Kind of. There we go. So, there. Oh. That's my bad. I knocked the camera. Sorry about that. There we go. I got that one in. That. this is going to be going behind that pin right there. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, and I believe this is going in the first notch, because you got these 3 posts, so this is going to be going in the first notch right there. Just like that. And that's going to be right up out of the end. Alright, and there we got the wiring done. And now, fitting the engine. So, we're also going to need this part too. Alrighty then. Okay. Oh, well, that explains why I had 2 02 screws left over. I forgot we need one to make sure this screw's in place. Okay. So, for this, you just take the wire and feed it through this spot right here. And then we'll just pull that through. Alright, so you got a post there for the hole there, and the other spot is the screw hole. Alright, and then you get it turned over, and just making sure it's all lined up. So then we take the 02 screw. Oh, it might help if I actually flip it back around to the Phillips head side. Alright, there we go. Now I can actually pick up a screw with the tip of the screwdriver. Yeah. It's one of those days. Alright, and it goes right in there. Come on. God dang it. Where did the, uh-oh. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Is that? Okay. Yeah, not having the best of luck here. I'm probably going to have to just set this down so I can do this. Kind of like operating. Seeing as that screw isn't magnetic, or I should say screwdriver isn't magnetic, I can't pick that screw up very well in the spot that's in, so I'm using the other one. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Oh, good. So now that I got that started, it'll be so much easier to get this taken care of. Alright. Alright, and that's in nice and tight. Well, there we go. At some point I might have to see about getting some paint. I didn't realize there was so many white spots showing. And that's just from where the two halves meet. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, now we get to do the wiring for this. Oh, let me see if I can get that screw out. There we go. Alright, and now to flip this back over to the flathead side. Alright. See if I can get that wire going flat there. Come on, get down there. Alright, looks like I got it in place. Alright, now this one will be going up behind that post too, if I can get it behind there as well. So just remember, this wiring doesn't like making it easy on you. Alright, I think that's in there. Alright, and then this wiring will just be going between these two notches here. Oh no, get back in there. There we go. I was just trying to pull it straight and it popped out, but there we go. That's all we're doing for this issue, and it was quite long, as just like all the other wing assembly videos have been. And obviously we won't be putting the other cannon on until we take care of all the rest of the work and putting all the parts in, which the third main drive engine is going to be built and installed in month 12. So we have we're going to have our third set of disastrous pipeworks. There's the first set. Second set coming soon, so we are just going to be holding on to all these parts for now. But that is it for this issue. So if I go to the beginning here, coming in issue 46. So you have articles on Return of the TIE Fighter from Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker developing ability, maybe his force training from Yoda, you never know. Lower starboard engine plus power unit parts. So there we go. That'll be what we're going to be having for issue 46. Alright, so until issue 46 of the Build Your Own X-Wing, or until the next Build Your Own R2-D2, or until I have another mod video up for the Eagle Moss DeLorean. Thanks for watching Brian's Builds.